We're back with some Titus Pétange. Pretty quick season, been simulating a lot in this one, to be honest. But we have made it to the Champions League semi-finals. Semi-finals of the competition. We are drawn against Manchester City, and the other end of the draw we got Paris Saint-Germain against Atletico Madrid. We are champions of the BGL League after 33 games. We won 33, goal difference of plus 159. Yeah, deep it. 99 points so far after a perfect season. All right, transfer-wise, let's get this over and done, because I am very excited to be playing this game. These are probably the two best sides in the world right now. Schedule, we played Sparta Prague at home. That was the 3rd of November. So let's go from there. 3rd of November. We start with the Costa Rican goalkeeper, 4.5 stars, signed for dirt cheap and already has a valuation of 38 to 52 million. Not bad. So he was signed for under $1 million, and his valuation has gone up at least 40 times that. Then a little bit more expensive at that moment in time. The only 5-star potential player that I hadn't have signed up, it was Loris Bartolini. Evaluation 39 to 50, 5-star centre back, 6'2". This, that, and the other was pretty expensive, but to get him off the board essentially and to leave myself with no 5-star players at that moment in time was quite a nice feeling. But they started coming out the woodwork after that. So Christoph Kammerbauer comes in, a centre back coming in from Bayern Munich for £12.5 million. He is 5'11", so we'll have to keep an eye on his height. Edward Delange, coming in from PSV. He is a midfielder. With this wheel, it kind of reminds me of Ugarelli. Of now, obviously, not Ugarelli when he joined the club. Then we've got Dylan Thomas, who is a left-footed winger. Slightly injury prone, but the upticks on his attributes look very, very nice indeed. Ike, I tried to get him as quickly as possible. To be honest, he had a very nice and easy release clause from Real Madrid. Or I think, no, actually, Real Madrid probably just accepted the 2.3 million. So it must have been very close to what his release clause was. Just make sure that he doesn't sign another contract with Real Madrid, and it's a ludicrous amount of money from that point on. Benoit Chevalier. Hey. Could be a striker, actually. Plays on the right-hand side at the moment, but could be a striker. Signed up from Lyon for £17 million. Not an insignificant amount of money, but also a risk worth taking at that price point. Bruno Cardoso, Portuguese, right-hand-sided winger. Bit of a mercenary from Real Madrid at 12 million. Then a couple from Barcelona. 14 million, Pierre Acedo. He is a 5-star Mazzala. Definitely Mazzala with that wheel. Josep Rita, who is a bit cheaper, but he's got a spiky wheel, so I don't really fancy him, to be honest, in terms of like growing into like a world beater. But we'll have to say he has been reported about 5 stars 3 times from our scouts, so it's not a one-off. And right at the bottom, Robin Dijkman is an 18-year-old Dutch centre-back who's really strong on both feet. He was 13 million. Rita was 3 million. Acedo was 14. Total outlay this season in terms of spending, £187 million. And now for the outgoing players. Simon Harvick. He was moved on to Rosenborg for a sum of 1.6 million. Woodfine is out on loan to Manchester United at the moment. He's got a slight injury, which has dropped his bravery. But they gave me a nice, neat amount of loan fee. We actually had to go through Manchester United to be in the semi-finals, but we did it quite handily. We'll talk about that in a second. Milan Misic is sold to AC Milan. Milan Misic, AC Milan, perfect fit. Alonso from the Peñarol Academy, I think it was, signed up, sold quickly to Paris Saint-Germain. That was a £4.1 million deal. So Misic, 5 million. Alonso, 4.1. Couple of loans with Gonzalez going to Real Madrid with a fee attached. But I think he's come back because Real Madrid weren't giving him enough game time. So I happily brought him back. Toby Ades gone out on loan to Malmo. Seeing drops in his stats, not great. Axel Knudsen is sold to Juventus for 2.2 million. Christian Jans, one of our youth academy players, coming in from our intake. Bad intake this year, by the way. I don't think there's anyone that's worth even noting. So we'll pass on that. No 5-star players. Christian Jans goes to Inter, 1.1 million. Reni Decker, 1.5 million to Juventus. The Serbian left winger that is not Savo Saran. And then Asa Alonso. So we got rid of Alonso and Alonso. Very, very good. Alonso and Alonso. Oh, right. So from the schedule, this is the path that we've created. We actually drew to Man City, meaning that we finished second in our group for the first time in ages. But that kind of just G'd us up a little bit more. 2 legs against Manchester United, 8-0 aggregate. Absolutely crushed them. 5-1 aggregate against Barcelona. It is the most dominant I've seen Titus Pétange so far in the European competitions. If we keep on cracking teams like that, we win the competition. It's as simple as that. And it's the best way that we've won a Champions League easily. Congratulations goes to Savo Saran. For the second time in a row, he wins the FIFA Ballon d'Or. I think it's just the Ballon d'Or. I think them awards have been split again. He's won the Ballon d'Or. Absolutely amazing. French football's Ballon d'Or is Savo Saran's once again. Team's looking like this. Obviously, a couple of chops and changes. But for the most part, it's the exact same squad that I showed you at the start of the season. If we go to competitions again and click on Man City, they are managed by the great James Ward-Prowse. And Jesus Christ, how good is he as a manager? The only problem is that he's got together, he's obviously at a club with significant amounts of money reserves, blah, blah, blah. But he's got together a really sick side. And, you know, when I said, well, our fitness coach has been running the player reports, we don't know who we've let go. Casemiro is probably one of them players that we really didn't know what we let go. He was sold to Rosenborg a few years back, and then he's got snapped up by Manchester City for only £20 million. I don't know. There could be a return on the cards. He's not completely out the way and like out the saying, because his valuation is totally gettable. His wage is totally manageable. I don't know, man. It's just a pain. It's just a pain that we fucked that up so much. We fucked it up because we didn't really check who was doing the player reports, and it could come to really bite us on the backside today. I don't know. And Navarro, I mean, this took me by a big surprise. He's really stepped up. Do you remember Navarro? He was I swear to God, he was never like this. He was never this good. But he's really kicked on. 10 million to Hertha Berlin, sold to Man City for 40 million. Again, fucking James Ward-Prowse knows where he's going. He's obviously got some solid strikers in there. Let's go to the staff and into the under 18s, because I'd like you to welcome Mil Reinders, our new under 18s assistant manager. He got a random roll of 163, so he was down at the really, really bottom end of it. I've already found out who is going to be our ex-player for next season, and it's a big one. It's a big one, all right? But you'll see his stats and you'll understand this is massive for the club. Let's go to... Oh, you can't actually go that way because this man was created by Titus Pétange. And now he's a head of youth development. And look how fucking good he is already, without anything. So we're definitely going to try and get him as the head of youth development, which is mental. We are going to put a very big risk because obviously our current head of youth development is nearly perfect. Obviously, it's not as good as as Paul Wagner, the last head of youth development. However, big plus on the personality side of things. But just imagine, if you will, our youth players getting developed by the first proper superstar from our youth academy. That's too good. That's too good of an opportunity. I'm sure you agree that is far too good of an opportunity. All right. So it's going to be a big game. It's probably coming. Whoever wins out of this tie, Titus Pétange Man City, probably wins the entire thing. Give me a second. We don't want to put Robin up front. Definitely not. Definitely shouldn't be like that. We'll put Romulo as your support with Ongania up front. Kim's been playing great. So that's the lineup. Come on. They've been playing unbelievable football. We might have finished second in the group. But knockouts, we have been outrageously good. The best I've ever seen it. And we get a highlight immediately off the far side throw-in. And Ongania smashes it over the bar. But that's a statement of intent early. They were playing the narrow 4-4-2 diamond formation. And it's good stats early on for the team in white. And black shorts. Kim from the midfield. Fucking get in there. Fucking get in there. Gadiel Kim. They weren't even going to play, man. He's charging from the midfield. He might be... Okay, all right. Mad thought, all right. Might be. And this is crazy to think that I just bought him because I could have made a serious profit on him. Might be better than the player Ugarelli. That's it. Fucking hell. I just completely lost his fucking name in my mind. Come on. Big time stats. Big time goal. Early in the tie. Clawed up. Agrester's there. Agrester makes it 2-0. Titus Pétange. And it's so quickly going away from Manchester City. I'm pumped up. This is a big one. Big teams. Ruiz is playing for City as well, remember. Oh, Plezier, what are you doing, lad? Plezier's taken Quero down. They'll have a look at the told VAR, but I think this is going to be a penalty for Manchester City, which will get them back into the tie. It's Mahoney against James Ward-Prowse. There's only 2 years between us, I think. He's in 94, I'm 92. All right, let's get a big save. Ivandic, player from our youth academy. Plezier's got a booking out of that. Navarro steps up. 2-1. Bad penalty to give away. And Plezier has been a little bit error-prone this season. I did compliment him how consistent he was when he first came into the club, but now seen a few cracks, and that's not good. Let's get back onto this. 2-goal lead is needed. Or it's going to have to be a massive defensive performance in the second leg. I'm not going to encourage, that'll fuck them up. Saran, you just need to go back to Fiza there. Romelu leaves it clawed with an easy tap in, to be honest. Had all the time in the world, left-footed. About 10 yards away. Probably even less. I'm not stressed, I'm chilled. Let's go. Got to win that against Josemi. Big tackle by Ugarelli. But it's bounced straight back to the Magresta with a good read. Fisa's out of there. I'm going to go... I'm going to stay Pfizer. I'm going to stay Pfizer on that. Romelu. Oi! 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 Emerson's one of our ex-players. Get on it. Penalty. It's a penalty. Come on. I've seen Romelu miss one this season, and it was a hideous miss. But he doesn't miss that one. 3-1, Titus Pétange. 35th goal of the season for Romelu. He's had a nice season in terms of goal getting. Not as crazy as Mr. Saran, should I say. Savo Saran. We have about 20 minutes remaining. Plezier's obviously got that yellow card. Sabotage is a no-brainer from that point. Saran, I'm going to keep on the field and we'll just make sure that he doesn't play anything of the Luxembourg Cup final in between the two legs. We could swap Claude for Robin. That's pretty tit for tat. Like for like. And we'll go Chris Bauer in the middle to complement Ugarelli. And let's fucking have it. Swap these two midfielders around as well and confirm. Makes Ugarelli a bit more creative. Saran's been a bit quiet. That will be on Gania. Yeah. Oh. Ugarelli keeps it ticking. Big difference. I think there's another goal in here. It's a big difference between 3-2 and 4-1. Robin. Back post. Back post. Back post. Oh, he's gone down. Ruiz could have got... Oh, what a terrible mistaken decision. And Savo Saran. Two-time Ballon d'Or winner. This is huge. This is a huge game. We are playing, yet again, out of our skin good. Look at the state of our stats. This is the best. Drink it in, because this is the best Titus Pétange. It might be the best that we ever see in terms of Titus Pétange. This is so good. Great save by the keeper. And we got to make sure that these lads who are playing tonight have their name up in lights by the end of the season, winning the Champions League, because it's what they deserve, really, with how well they're playing. I think whoever we face in the final, they're going to have an extreme amount of luck. Or just, if we see an off day, we don't deserve it. And we don't deserve to be called the best team, the best Titus Pétange team there has ever been. Maybe the best club side there has ever been. Look how well we're playing. Not a very good clearance. Could be offside, Josemi. Think he is. Let's hope so. Was he offside? We shall check. He is disallowed. He just strayed a yard offside. But it's a warning shot again. 23 shots, 13 on target. Full time, 4-1. I've accidentally pressed the wrong thing there, but it's okay. If couple seem demotivated, it'll be right. We're gonna win a Luxembourg Cup final. Everybody's gonna be fine with me afterwards. Good on Navarro for scoring for them from the penalty spot. He's surprised me with how well he's turned out to be. He's shocked. It was honestly shocking opening his stats up for the first time, or attributes, whatever you want to call them. The wheel. The wheel. Doodlonge against Titus Pétange. Oh, that reminds me. We have spent £20 million on facilities for Medinac. We've spent £20 million on facilities for Ham Benfica. And we've spent £40 million of facilities to ASL Porto, who are languishing down in the bottom tier of Luxembourg football. And if Benfica are up there, then Porto certainly can't be down there. Preferably, I'd rather not have them either in the league, to be honest. I'd rather just have, proper, original Luxembourg clubs. But we can't have one up at the top and one down at the bottom. Unless you're a Benfica fan. I'm sure Benfica fans would be like, yeah, that's fine. All right. Luxembourg Cup. Neutral venue, obviously. Kim, top of the training. 9.7 rating. We keep on going. We've just hit May in-game. Keep on cracking on. There's a few... yes. Yes. You know that striker, the French striker that we signed up? And I was like, well, he's not a striker, is he? He's a winger. Take a look at that. Where's that come from? I'm stunned as much as you guys. He can kind of finish now. And that did not take that long at all. Incredible scenes, to be honest, really. He's actually looking now not bad. Not bad at all, and could be a potential striker option. I'm kind of happy that I kept him on striker and tried to train up his shooting just in case. There you go. Not a bad situation to have yourself in there. In terms of Luxembourg national team management, by the way, we're still undefeated after 8 games. That's actually a record for the national team. I think it dates back to before I was in charge. But also, we had 6 wins in a row, which was a record breaker. You're in the job 6 games and you've just broken historic records straight away. It looks like we have won the Luxembourg Cup. I didn't actually see this. What was the... Oh, I played Savo Saran. What a fucking idiot. Absolute brain fart. Romelu scored, Axel Robin twice, Savo Saran twice. Ran out 5-1 victors against Doodlange. Hopefully there's enough time between the 2 games for Savo Saran to recover properly. Of course, got 1 game left in the league afterwards. And then the big one at the end of May that we're looking very likely to be participating in. Let's fucking have it. I'm pumped. Man City are a good team with a good manager. We don't usually see that combination. He's had time to build his own squad. And at home, we've done the business. We've really, really come out firing. And I'd be ecstatic if we could do the same away from home as well. Like, they beat us earlier on in the season. 2-1 in Manchester. And we had to take the L on that occasion. Atletico Madrid against Paris Saint-Germain. Would not be surprised if Atletico Madrid did get through. Wow. So Atletico Madrid are in. Bordenaro is their key player. Bordenaro is 26. He's younger than what I thought, actually. Well, he's looking rather good technically, isn't he? Jesus Christ. That's what you get. That's what you get when you have so much quality. You do let them slip a little bit. Damn, he's going to be good in the final for them. And Atletico Madrid, I know for a fact, they've got one of my old centre-backs that is doing quite well. Jose Manuel Makeda. Slightly injury-prone, yeah, but he's doing very well. It's nice to see Bordenaro start to show that kind of potential that he once could have had. It's just a shame that he took so long with Titus Pétange to kind of fix up, because he could have absolutely been a hero here. But in fact, he just acted like a clown for most of it. Is he going to cause us big regret in the final? We could get him back, but he obviously does cost a fucking bomb. He's on £450,000 a week. The wages in Spain are disgusting. All right, let's fucking do it. Let's do it. Absolutely pumped. Buzzing. Big time team. Big time mentalities. Big time players. The best of the best. The cream of the crop. That's why players like Bordenaro fucked off. Romelu. Whippage. Kaike smashes off the crossbar. And Titus Pétange are trying to assert the dominance again. 20 minutes already gone. Manchester City desperate to get a goal. Try and just weaken that Titus Pétange hold on the tie. It's a death grip at the moment. 5 shots. The only one on target so far. And we are managing the game beautifully. 40 minutes. And just a thank you very much. George Ongania mops up a terrible mistake by ex-Titus Pétange goalkeeper Cafando. And it was actually a Titus Pétange triangle, ex-Titus Pétange triangle, that Ongania took no mercy on. And it is 5-1 on aggregate. We're going to swap this a little bit. Going to put Romelu up. Ongania advanced. Kim in. Ugarelli's got the yellow card, but he's very important to us. So we're going to hope that he doesn't fuck us up. It would take a lot to fuck us up, to be honest. Claude is onside. Play it across. Robin scores for 2-0 and 6-1 on aggregate for Titus Pétange. 6-1. Come on. The world of football is just admiring this now. This is it. This is peak. This is peak. This is peak Football Manager. Will I ever make a team like this again? Probably not. And that's sad. We'll try our very best to make really, really good sides, but how the fuck can you top someone like this, who's scoring for fun against the world's best teams? It's 2-1 here, 6-2 on aggregate. But I gotta give them some praise. This is I would say outrageous, but I'm gonna actually use out as another prefix. Outlandish behaviour. This is outlandish. This is otherworldly. Saran's tiring. Could potentially have John Gonzalez on, that makes sense. 2 centre-backs are having good games. Ugarelli is actually having a quiet one, so we will take him off and bring Boa on. Van Dijk, goal kick. I mean, if we score another one to make it 7-2 on aggregate, it's eye-watering. That's eye-watering scorelines. Josemi's quick, but Kaike has got him covered up. Saran just drops it back. Say that he's not completely comfortable as a left back. Fai's been actually really good for us. There you go, Kim through the middle. He's going for it. He's going for the chip. Might have clipped the top of the bar. Definitely clipped the netting. Come on. Pfizer's actually picked up a knock. I mean, it's pretty good from Titus Pétange. 6-2 in a semi-final after beating Barcelona by, what was it, 5-1, 6-1. Manchester United got sweeped 8-0. I mean, I can imagine scenes walking off at Old Trafford with Manchester United fans applauding us. It was that good. This is not just domination of Europe now. This is an annihilation. I can't see us getting beat by Atletico Madrid. The mentality is so strong, it's just there, and it's constantly winning, 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 winning. And the only people who have beat us this season have just got dealt the fattest of L's. We'll take Medinact in at home for the final league game. And then I will meet you back here for the Champions League final. Yes, mate. Buzzing. 2 more trophies until we match Liverpool and Real Madrid for the most successful European team of all time. Final game of the BGL League season, Titus Pétange against FC Medinac. With that new wonderful badge with the fighter plane on it. It is a scoreline of 3-0. They had 3 shots, none on target. The keeper might as well have been asleep. Mate, Robin, Kaike, Romulo scoring their goals. 102 points out of a possible 102. Ain't it lovely? We had a bit of a problem with the Luxembourg scouting was just fucking messing up my inbox massively, but big thanks to Jeff finding out the fix for that. You have to go into scouting and use the filters on the right hand side there. That is your lot. It is done. Champions League final for God knows how much. I think there might be the 15th time, the 16th time. It's a seasonal thing now, and I'm thankful for that. Let's go.